A press club in Canberra, which often has its weekly speech, decided yet again to give a platform to Chinese propagandists to slag off this country. Now remember, it's not like we haven't heard from the Chinese embassy, well, in the past couple of weeks. Remember that dog and pony show that we got about how amazing things are for the Uyghur people? Well, here is the Deputy Head of Mission in Canberra doing a stand-up act, I imagine, because it's ridiculous.
I think it is of particular importance at this moment to have a truthful, objective and sophisticated understanding of China for Australia as a country. There were ups and downs and there were issues. China is not a cow. I don't think anybody should fancy the idea to milk China when she's in the prime and plot to slaughter it in the end. So we are open for collaboration and cooperation, but we'll be very strong in defending our national interest.
So, Stephen Conroy, we've got to keep coming back to this because it's the front and centre right now. Why do they keep giving these people the opportunity to do the 40-minute speech and then brush away questions, but still broadcast across the country on Channel 2? I think we take parts of it here too, where you get 40 minutes of propaganda just being spewed into the air today?
Look, there's two separate issues. Firstly, I would hope you're not actually suggesting that we attempt to censor / refuse to give them platforms. That would be the cancel culture which you rail against in many cases.
No, but geez, we find a lot of ways to put them front and centre.
I actually think, but I think they are actually making the case for us. Despite the somewhat quirky analogy of milking the cow and then wanting to slaughter it, that was another direct threat to Australian business interests. That if you want to disagree with China, if your government wants to expose, point out, hold up China to serious scrutiny and criticise it, you will be punished. So their last, if you remember that, lengthy press conference they held at their own embassy, which was just laughable, comical, and did more to reinforce the argument about China than anything that you or I will say tonight. So I don't mind them going on Australian television, making complete fools of themselves and broadcasting propaganda. And I certainly don't mind them openly, albeit with a slightly quirky example, again threatening Australian businesses along the way, because it just makes the case about why we have to stand up for our values and stand up for what we believe is in our national interest.
Well, and of course, literally, hay is the latest export that they're particularly focused on.